I am honored to share my story, to speak up, and to create a space for vulnerability. Around 7 years ago, I was manipulated and groomed into the sex trade by my son's father just 3 months after giving birth. I was isolated, physically harmed, and always pressure on a continuous basis. There were weeks without seeing my son, not knowing who he was with or where he was located. I was robbed of motherhood. His basic needs were barely met, and he lacked the nurturing I craved to give him when we were apart. And I lived through separation anxiety. All of it became so overpowering, self-defeating, and dehumanizing. I numbed the pain through substance use and self-harm. This made me spiral into fear and shame. I was caught between multiple emotions and being trapped in awful situations. Along the way, I lost myself. I struggled with personal identity, hiding away mentally and physically to the point I no longer went by my given name. I disassociated even when I was with my son because of being in constant survival mode. There came a breaking point where if I did not do something about my son and my safety, I don't believe I would be here today to tell my story. I found a way out with my son, and it was both scary and yet freeing. I had help, but there were so many hurdles along the way. I had to learn how to be a mother, but also learn how to heal at the same time. I was in a new environment, navigating new things while still fearing for my life. What helped me was a support system of the community and family. The warmth, understanding, and empathy I received was like a warm bear hug. The most challenging part was being surrounded in love, yet still not accepting me for me. No matter where I was, I still felt that darkness creep in, but I avoided it instead of looking within it. I slowly learned it was okay to feel again, to smile, to love, and most importantly, to live my life to the fullest. It was hard to ask for help when I did not know how, or I was too ashamed. It was clear that my support system was unaware of the signs because no one had educated them or me. In most communities, sex trafficking is stigmatized and held in silence. I am here today to eliminate that silence and be a part of the change. This experience not only flipped my world upside down and backwards, but it lit a flame I never knew I had, that torch of empowerment. I learned to sit in the darkness comfortably, that I can be a warrior, that I am a nurturing mother. I took back my power and now want to reach out to those trying to find theirs. Despite my escape and healing, I still struggle with flashbacks. Though I can regulate and cope with them, it is something that I have to manage for the rest of my life. Within the next year, I will be facing my son's father for the third time. I am preparing to do a second victim impact statement with 9 other women to speak up. We will no longer permit silence as an option. My voice will not be silenced anymore, and I will stand before my abuser, trafficker, and the father of my child and assert my words to make my power back. And I will be heard. I am proud to say I have found my place of belonging through my education and social service work. My education has created for me a space to reflect, to expand my healing, and apply my learning of lived experiences in the field of social service work. I now get to practice advocacy, education, and empowerment. I get to walk alongside those who need someone to understand. Let our voices echo together. I will continue to open doors, create new paths, and light the way. This is my power, and I own it.